Sarva-Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyam Sarva-Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyam. So today, now, just relax and listen, enjoy. This is Vivekachudamani is one of the finest books by Shankara. The meaning is, in Sanskrit, Vivekachudamani, when you say, Chudamani means crest jewel. Chudamani. The ladies when they dress, especially in marriages, the last piece of beautiful jewel right on the crown, like a crown jewel. So, that is the crown jewel of discrimination. This book is also another Prakarana Grantha. Prakarana Grantha is the beginner's book, but very, very elaborately dealt with. Just relax and enjoy, because what you have to know, you have already known in your Tattva. Okay? Tattva book is like a seed, like a capsule. Everything is there. Absolute multivitamin tablet. It hits up all directions. Every concept. Adhikari, who is the one who has the right to see these, then what are the qualifications, everything they talk about. The discrimination, dispersion, samadhi, sattva, sampatti, mukshutvam, the desire for liberation, and then comes your tattva viveka, the who I am. It elaborately deals with it. Meet by me. Vivekachudamani is a beautiful celebration of that wisdom. Because when you are listening for the first time, you will be little tense. Am I going to miss it? Oh, it's difficult. I should not miss it. You will be always, because you don't want to miss it. Something very precious. You don't want to miss anything. Every word you want to be careful. First time you are listening to the word Atma, Brahman, gross body, subtle body, causal body, waking, dream, deep sleep, Panchakosha, Ishvara, Jiva. When all these words you are listening for the first time, naturally it's like a baby who is running mathematics. Arithmetic, when you are learning numbers, the baby is very careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then he will go on remembering. And he is afraid of missing a step. 1, 5, 3, 2, what is this? So the child is very careful. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he goes step by step and learns everything. Okay? Whereas once you are in the 4th standard, 5th standard, 10th standard, are you afraid of counting numbers? And not at all, right? 2, 3, 4, you don't even try to bother at all. You don't even attempt to, there is no struggle at all. 2, 3, 6. So when you sit down on the first standard class, when you are really studying on fifth standard, how difficult it is? Difficult, huh? Because you have already gone through ABCD 1, 2, 3, 4. So as a fifth standard student, when you are listening to the first standard text, you really enjoy it because when you first started, when you study, it is very difficult. But by the time you are fifth standard, you have already learned it. It is like parents, while bringing up their children, their own children, very difficult, very tense. But the same parents, when they become grandparents, they start playing with their grandchildren. With their own children, they don't play that much. As much they play with the grandchildren. Because grandchildren is somebody else's responsibility. Are you getting that? Getting that? Same way, the grandchildren really enjoy it because they are just doing it. They are just doing it. They know the art of raising a child. No problem. You're like your first child you are raising, very, very difficult. Conception is difficult, continuing the pregnancy is difficult, birth is difficult, managing the baby is difficult. Second one, little becomes easier. Third, fourth, 10th, some people, they have a football team, volleyball team in their house. So the baby becomes so efficient. By the time fourth, fifth, sixth child come, absolutely no problem. Like a song it passes. Vivekachudamani is like that. Enjoy, relax, listen, because same concepts that you have studied already have been given to you very nicely. You have already known the concepts, but elaborately it is not given out. Like you knew a small story, exciting story, just an incident. Think, there is an incident. An incident is a boy falls in love with a girl, or a girl falls in love with a boy. Romeo and Juliet. Two families, warring families, falling in love, and then what? Nothing else. But that little incident, how nicely it is done in the whole in English drama, Romeo and Juliet. Ramayana, what is Ramayana? There was a king called Dasarath, he had child, he was Rama and others. Then they grew up, they went to jungle, they got married. Then Rama, after that they again went to jungle, this time vanished, fought with Ravana. Vibhishana became king, Rama came back, Sita went to again to the hermitage, children finished. How long it took? The whole Ramayana story, how long it takes? To talk, 5 minutes. When somebody writes it elaborately, oh. Same thing, who are you? Atma, Brahma, trading, consciousness, all service. How long it takes? Once a day. To write it elaborately, you can make a Ramayana for children, Bala Ramayana, Ramayana for children, Ramayana for adults, Ramayana for research paper, same Ramayana, same story. For children's day, for children, for adults, for research scholars, literatures, like that, Upanishads also like that. You have got so many ways you can represent it. You have already seen it at the road. Now go to Vivekachudamani, it will like a lovely elaboration, celebration. Okay? And the first verse is, as tradition demands, it is given for the Guru. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. Aham Pranatosmi, I prostrate unto him who Govindam Paramanandam. Shankaracharya Adi Shankara had a guru And his name was Govinda Bhagavat Pada. That is where we saw now. Where? Bhajagovindam. Bhajagovindam. His name. Both ways, Govindam, one name you worship Vishnu, and also in the remembrance of his teacher. So Govindam, to Govinda Bhagavat Pada, who is Paramananda Swarupa, absolute bliss. So that word, that is why when you know these things, you can play on with the words. Govinda, the name of the teacher. Govinda is the name of the reality. That which is revealed by the words. And what is the something? Paramanandam, which is absolute bliss. Tam Paramanandam aham pranatosmi, I prostrate unto that. How do you prostrate to Paramananda Absolute? Just think. How do I prostrate to the Absolute? Just take that statement. I prostrate. You can prostrate to a body. Govinda, Bhagavat, Ishvara, the G, Bhagavat, the God in a form. The teacher in a form. When you prostrate, who falls? Your body falls at the feet of the another body. But prostration is not the physical exercise. Understand? Prostration is not a physical exercise. In body, in prostration, what should fall is what they call a Sashtanga Pranipata. Sa Ashtanga, 8 limbs must fall. From the Mastaka, from your Sirsha, from your head, your thigh, to your chest, Janu, your thighs, the legs, and then Hasta, your hands, then Kaya, Vak, Mana, where not only your whole body should fall, the speech that you say is dedicated to that same thing, and Mana, your mind should fall. If the mind doesn't fall, the prostration becomes a heavy physical exercise. When you are touching the feet of the teacher, what should fall is this I. The individuality must fall at the feet of the teacher. When you prostrate to the God in an image, then the individuality must be dedicated at the altar of the totality, Ishvara. Then only their prostration is complete. Are you getting that point? Because physically, understand, your body has no sense of separation from Ishvara. Your body has no sense of separation from creation. Body never suffers any sense of separation from creation. I separate the body. Are you getting that point? I separate the body from others. Does the body ever say, I don't want to go near it? Does the body ever say, I don't want to be alone with this group? Does the body ever say, Tiruvannamalai is not my place? Himalayan climate, I cannot take. Body says that. Body shall stay anywhere. I cannot stay. Are you getting that? I cannot stay in the body. Just like when you say, please understand, when you say, I don't want to go to that house number, that somebody says, have you gone to that palace? Don't tell me. I never go to that house number 22. Why? You have a fight with the house? You don't have a fight with the house. You have a fight with the house. No. If you are living in the house. Same thing also. The body doesn't have any fight with anybody. When I don't want to meet a person, what does it mean? The mind, I don't like. Understand? Please see. So, this physical body is like a mobile home. In that the indweller is there. The body has no sense of separation from anyone. No sense of separation from the totality. Individuality separates. So that individuality is sacrificed at the altar of Ishvara. So in the real prostration, the mind is the most important ingredient. You can pretend to fall at the feet of somebody, but your mind doesn't fall. Because everybody is doing it, I am also doing it. If I don't do it, what people will think, that way you do. But it means nothing. But when your mind falls away, that is, you recognize, in reality, this body is not separate from the creation, totality, Ishvara. Mind also is part of it. Individuality is sacrificed. Then that becomes real prostration. In that prostration, you remember yourself. So when you really prostrate to teacher, when you really means, in reality, your individuality that is sacrificed at the feet of the Guru, the teacher. When this I is individually sacrificed to the altar of God, that time the prostration is complete. That is why the last verse of the Bhajavadita, remember, Guru Charana Ambuja Nirbhara. One who holds on to the lotus feet of the teacher. Holding on to the feet of the teacher means what? Touching the feet of the teacher is where the teacher is rooted. The Guru, the one who understands the reality of himself, is rooted in the knowledge. When average man is rooted in the body, rooted in the world, the Guru is rooted in the knowledge. That is where he stands. So if you want to touch that foot, you touch your own self. When you touch your own self, you have touched the feet of the teacher. So in that prostration, when you thus prostrate to Guru, you are blessed. When you prostrate to the God, you feel blessed. God is not respected if you prostrate. The teacher is not elated or prostrate. Is not respected, elated, respected because you are falling at the feet. One who falls at the feet, one who prostrates, he is blessed because at that moment his individuality is sacrificed. You don't do it for the which the teacher gains anything, the God gains anything, but you gain the absolute by losing the finite. Are you getting that point? The teacher doesn't. What does the teacher get? He is already infinity. What does the God get? He is already the infinity. But when you fall, you gain because you are one with the absolute, the individual. Thus, that is why before beginning any work, you first respect the teacher. Remember the Ishvara, Guru. First remember the God, then the teacher. So Govindam, Paramanandam. Govinda, in one word, it is Ishvara. The same thing, the teacher. Form, formless, Paramananda, absolute peace. And what is the Hauji? Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gochara. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Ihi Gochara. He is known by Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta. He is known by Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Ihi Gochara. He can, this reality that which can be known by Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta. by all the revelations of the Vedanta Upanishads, all the books, this can be known. That which can be known by the Vedanta Siddhanta, the declarations of Vedanta. In Vedanta there are so many Siddhantas, so many different types of revelations are there, by which it can be revealed. Also, tam agocharam. It is not only gocharam, but also agocharam. Not only it can be revealed by the words, but also agocharam. It cannot be revealed by the words. You understand? Both ways can be. That which is revealed by the word, that also is cannot be revealed by the word. Both words you must see very clearly. No words, no description. Please think. Suppose say you are the very beautiful point it is. You must see it very clear. That this is a flower. Okay. Just think. This is a. Okay. Now when you give it a name, what is this? Hibiscus. Okay. So later on, the word hibiscus reveals the truth. Okay. Later on the word, if you say hibiscus, immediately that word is connected to the flower, the object. Okay? Alright. Please see this very simple observation. The word is revealed by this. Very simple object. Very simple revelation. When you say the word, what is this? You say hibiscus. Listen carefully. The word hibiscus is associated with this flower, but the flower existed long before you attributed a name to it. Because of the name, the flower doesn't exist. Because the flower exists, therefore you give it a name. Listen carefully. Because the flower exists, you give it a name. Thus you can appreciate the entire universe, the whole Srishti, the entire creation is a nameless existence. There are no name tags attached to any object in the universe. It's a nameless existence. We have named it for our convenience. The sun is sun because that is how we named it. But the word sun stands for that star existed long before it was named sun. Anything for that matter. So when we thus given the name associated the object with the name, if you want to teach a child, first you give it a name. The child picks up the word. Child picks up the word like a child is when he is not drinking milk. What the mommy says, tiger, ghost. The way the mommy says, now the child is frightened. Hey, yo, somebody is coming. Tiger. But the tiger, he doesn't understand. But he knows the word tiger. Later that as a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, when he goes to the zoo, this is tiger. Oh, now the light comes up. Why? He knew the name, but he did not know the animal. Now the moment you say, tiger, oh, this is O. But it is O. This O is the enlightenment. I knew the name, but I did not know the object. So knowing the name is not knowledge. Are you getting that? So familiarity with the name is not knowledge. Familiarity with the name is information. The child says, tiger, tiger. He also, not only he is frightened, tiger, he also frightens his baby brother also tiger. He doesn't know. But he has been afraid, tiger. So he's also, oh, tiger. Now his baby brother or sister comes in, tiger. Now that one also passing afraid. It doesn't know. But when as a 5-year-old, first time, along with the school children, goes to the zoo, tiger. That's it. That is the enlightenment. Because suddenly the word becomes meaningful. Now the word did not create the animal, it is already existing. Same thing also about yourself. Who you are is already existing before a name is given to you. Before this body is given a name, before the sense organ is given a name, before your thoughts given a name, before yourself, the I given a name. As an existence, you are an unnamed, ever-existing principle. But long before I know myself, I am already using a name. Then another name is given to that, your body is named and all that. You have seen all this, okay? Nothing. Since you are already known a name, now you use the word to reveal the truth. Are you getting it? Like you know you are lotus. So I use the word to show you the flower. But the words do not produce the flower. Are you getting that point? I'm trying very simple. So you understand it very clearly. Please appreciate. It's as simple as that. Because we know the words, we are using the words to reveal it. Thus, like we are using the word I, so give it a meaning. Because if the word doesn't have a meaning, it becomes a useless sound. Suppose I say something, mother from Odia, if you don't know Sikha, you don't go to church. You want Odia, those of you who don't know Odia, you say, what nonsense is that? I'm not talking nonsense. You don't make a sense of it. Because you don't know the language. Are you getting that? Same thing. Just like in a spoken language, Odia is a spoken language. If I speak English, a person who doesn't speak English language, he shall think it's rubbish. Because he doesn't know the language. Understand? Now, the language is useless or the person doesn't know the language? Are you getting that point? Language is right. But the person doesn't know the language. Exactly the same way. About yourself, there is a language of the self. What is the meaning of the word I? What is a gross body? What is a subtle body? What is a causal body? All these things we do not know. Somebody says you are absolute, you are infinity, you are immortal. The person laughs at you, right? He doesn't understand the language. He understands the language of mortality, death, change. He doesn't understand the language of immortality, absolute, freedom, joy, happiness, here and now. So the person feels, oh, these are all cock and bull stories. Useless. Is it? Are you getting that? The person doesn't know the language, not that the truth doesn't exist. Are you getting that point? That is why you have to be introduced to the language. So when you are introduced to the language, you recognize with the usage of the words, they reveal the truth. Words do not produce the truth, words reveal the truth. Therefore, you can say two things, Gocharam or Gocharam. Fantastic line is, you know. On one word you can go on describing. It is Gocharam, revealed by the words, yet no words can ever describe it. Listen carefully. What is this? Now you know. You say flower, okay, somebody say flower, somebody say hibiscus. Whatever you say. Is the name the object? Whatever you say. You are writing English, Tamil, Telugu, Oriya, Hindi, all the languages of the world. But all the words cannot describe what it is. What it is independent of every name, every description. It is agochara, unknown by the words. Yet, you use the word to reveal it. How? In this table, on this table, there are so many things. Book, paper recorder, there is a flower there, this is temple tree flower, there is a stakes, there is a towel. So I tell you, hey, go and get the hibiscus. So you come and see, you know, this is a book, not a hibiscus. This is tape recorder, not hibiscus. This is temple tree flower, not hibiscus. This is the specs, this is the towel. So, what is left out? This one. Must be this one. So the words are getting the point. How beautiful words are. Words help you to differentiate, but not produce. Differentiate. So don't be afraid of words. Words have a purpose. Words help you to differentiate, but they don't create any object. So when you say the word I, what is this I? Body, when you say, this is body. Riches, you say, riches outside. None of them have sense of I. Riches have no sense of I. Body has no sense of I. Your sense organ has no sense of I. Thus you go. When you say the word I, where does this go? The meaning already existing, self-existent awareness. So it reveals the truth. At the same time, no words can ever describe to such a reality existing. Call it Paramananda, absolute bliss, immortality, the truth, whatever. To him, manifestation. So that the teacher who understands the truth is the embodiment of that reality. So one who has revealed that truth to me is incredible. Why the tradition demands that you respect your teacher as well as the God in the beginning, because listen carefully. You have taken me to Tiruvannamalai for the first time. Listen. When you have taken me to for the first time. So the moment I want to talk to somebody about Tiruvannamalai, your picture will be in my head. Right? Because you have taken me there. Understand? Somebody has taken you for a particular movie, introduced you to music, introduced to an experience for the first time in life. The moment you want to talk about that, you cannot miss that person. Are you getting that point? Because that is the person who helped you to experience it, see it for the first time in life. Think. The moment you remember Himalayas, you shall remember with whom you are gone there. Suppose somebody took me there. 1984, first time I went, ever took a long flight. The moment people ask you, Swami, when did you first go? If I have to tell somebody, I know immediately. 1984, how a person came here. I was staying in a small house. One person came. And he told me, it's very nice, interesting anecdote. Huh? He told me, he had really come, he was my student, I was staying there. And he came and said, Swamiji, I don't want to be transferred. He wants to come and tell me. As though he wants to stop his transfer. He just going to bank, was working. I don't want to go to Madras, they're sending me out. Then I said, what do you want? He wants me to do some miracle, right? Yeah. And stop that transfer. I said, Swami, okay, you go, don't worry about it, go and prostrate to God and go back, don't worry about it. Really happened. 4 days he comes back with a big smile, He and his wife again back there. And I was sitting down in that place and writing something. Smile. I said, oh, but your transfer now stopped, huh? No, Swami. I said, then what? Transfer to London. So he's very happy. The official talking about the transfer. But he thought he was going from Madras to Madurai. He didn't know that the office is planning from Madras to London. So when he came back, he had a big smile. I said, look, you asked me to stop the transfer. Suppose it so happened, I would say, okay, Tadastu, let it be so. No more transfer. You will be dead in Madras. Now look, where are you going? London. Of course, he was very happy and he said, Swami, you are one thing. First month salary, I am going to sell you the ticket and you are coming. I said, okay, you what a good, let me also enjoy the moon. What is there? So now you must get your passport. Now, he said, like my first ever trip to London. First ever, I had gone only to Shillong. I had gone long flight home. There was no need to go. There, nowadays people will be somehow trying, can you take me to foreign country? Can you do me this? People are going crazy. Sadhus are more crazy than the ordinary people. Because everybody wants to foreign with rascals. High class rules. The sense of pride, as you don't understand. Going to a place means nothing. You send an envelope in the wrong address, you go to London and come back. So shall you receive that envelope now? It's a big deal. What is interesting is, have you moved from ignorance to knowledge? Have you seen yourself? That is most important. Not how many places in the world you have seen. Anyways, the moment I remember the first ever trip, the whole incident comes. Why? Same thing also. You want to write about absolute knowledge? Whoever introduces you to that, the moment you think of them, you remember this knowledge. Oh, so when you suppose you think of a friend who introduced you to smoking, when you think of him, how do you feel? Great, right? The fellow really initiated me to drugs, What's the reason? Idiot. God, what a useless company. Somebody introduces you to making big money. Oh. Introduces you to knowledge. Great blessing. Somebody introduces you to crime. In this, the teacher is he who introduces you to yourself. Our parents introduce us to good food, good dress. The school teachers introduce us to relative objective knowledge, history, geography, literature, all this. Only in the Upanishads, Vedic absolute knowledge, it introduces us to ourselves. Religion, see the danger there. When the secular education introduces us to the world around, mostly theologies, so-called religions, introduce us and impose upon us some type of a concept of a God. Neither of the two introduces us to ourselves. When the secular study introduces you to the world, religious study introduces you to some God where you are standing separate from it. Somebody is concerned with the world, somebody is concerned with the God, nobody is concerned with myself. That is why in today's world there is a huge fight between secular and religious. The secular thinks is practical because it talks about this world. Religious person thinks unknown is more powerful, so makes people subservient to a particular faith or a particular God. So my God, you become fanatic. Both religion as well as secular studies fail terribly because neither of the two introduce us to ourselves. That is where Upanishad becomes so beautiful. It helps you to introduce yourself. Who are you? Because God means nothing to you, creation means nothing to you if you don't exist here. That is why self-awareness. Once you see it, of course creation is beautiful, God is beautiful. Without yourself, the self-knowledge, without yourself, the God, the creation becomes some type of emptiness. You can go on fighting about the concepts, but doesn't bless you. Anyway, having told this now, that's what he said. Why he remembers with such gratitude to the teacher? Because, read. It's a celebration. It's amazing stuff. Just enjoy yourself. We'll go in a top speed, one after another, because concepts have been already made clear to you. And 570 verses is a pure delight. 570 exotic dishes. If you know how to enjoy it, it's just marvelous. Really. And that is not only the verses, not only the theme, but also the presentation. The meter goes on till Shankara in a free-wheeling mood. Whatever time comes. There is no this and this. No. There is no rigidity there. Absolute flexibility. He feels like singing, sings. Jantunam narajanma durlabham Ata pustam tato viprata Tasmad vaidika dharma marga parata Vidvatvamasmad param Atmanatma vivechanam Swanubhavo Brahmatmana samstiti Muktirno satajanma koti sukrutai Vina labhyate Jantunam narajanma durlabham Atah pumstvam tato viprata Tasmad vaidika dharma marga parata Vidvatvamasmad param Atmanatma vivechanam Swanubhavo Brahmatmana samstiti Muktirno satajanma koti sukrutai Nirvina labhyate Jantunam narajanma durlabham Jantu human being is known as a Jantu. It's like an animal. Among the animals, Manusya Jantu is very nice. Jantu That is like the Jangama. Those who are moving among the moving things. Because tree is not sthavara. Tree is not a jantu. The tree is sthavara, steady. The tree is not Jangama. The tree is not moving, mobile. Sthavara. So among the jantu, among the living things, living conscious entities, those who respond, react to the creation. Among them, Narajanma Durlabam, Durlabam Dukkhena Labyam. Very, very difficult to get this Narajanma, human life. Why is it so? Because Satakoti Punyeri Vinana Labheda. To be born as a human being, you need enormous punya, enormous merit. That is why first is initiating you to appreciate the preciousness of your life. How the human life is so precious that don't please for your sake, for God's sake, filter it out. Don't waste your time. If you are a mosquito, out. You by mistake come and landed on somebody's skin. You finished. You are in a fly. Somebody's mosquito, you are out. You are a fish. Caught and somebody eats you up. You are an animal. Somebody can destroy. Just think of it. Nowadays, of course, human beings are as dangerous, as stupid as anybody else. Are you getting it? This time I was going to Orissa, our tribal areas. I was telling them, village people, previously you were afraid of the tigers and 100 years back, the same Orissa jungles are full of tigers, lions, tigers, bears, so many panthers, cheetah, so many wild animals are available. So people are afraid of it. Today, I said, you have successfully wiped them out. You have killed all the animals. There is nothing moving the roaming the jungle anymore. Now you are afraid of Naxalite tiger, Manushya Vagra, man tiger, man bear, man. You don't understand how dangerous it is. And more dangerous, because the tiger never planned. The tiger will not say, oh, 3-4 fellows are going. Kill one, kill another and put him in the freeze for another 10 days. Kill one fellow, kill both. But eat now one and keep another in the freeze. The animal has no such plan. But human beings, only human beings kill for pleasure. No animals kill for pleasure. No animal will kill just to kill. Only if they are hungry, the tiger will hunt. If the tiger is not hungry, hundreds of deer will be hanging around, you won't look at that side. He is not hungry. So, on any birth, you can be dead just like that. Narajanna Durlabam. You are born as a human being because you have got a chance to, you have got given the intelligence to understand yourself as well as the creation. The animals, listen carefully, Pashyati iti pasu. The animals, they only see but never learn from experience. Human beings not only can see but also the intelligence to analyze. Since the world is seen, it is so easy to analyze the creation. After some time, we must appreciate not only the creation, but also I, who is seeing the creation, must analyze myself. I get that point, please? It is very important. Why everybody is analyzing the creation? Whatever is visible is subject to analysis. But nobody analyzes the seer. Everybody analyzes the seen creation. The seer, nobody analyzes. It's a huge statement, think of it. Drushya, Jagat, whatever is objectified, perceived, the creation, perceiver, the seer. Is taken for granted. Listen carefully. Are you getting that point? The sound is analyzed. The hearer is not. The touch is analyzed. Toucher is not. The taste is analyzed. Taster is not. The smell is analyzed. Smeller is not. The seer is analyzed. The seen, creation is analyzed. The seer is not. And how many roles you have got now? Just take these 5. I am the seer, I am the toucher, I am the taster, I am the listener, I am the toucher. Now who is this I now? So which one is the most important thing to analyze? That is why Narajanma Durlabha. Among the human beings, to gain the masculinity. Masculinity does not mean to be born as a male, not a male. Masculinity stands for the decisiveness, decision making. Indecision, weaknesses are feminine. Decision, decisiveness is masculine quality. Masculine there does not mean physical, it's not a physical consideration. Understand? And among the, to be born as a human being, first you are born as a human being, the decisive person, tato viprata. Viprata means you are capable of studying. A person who has the capacity to Veda Pathanat Vipra. Veda Pathanat. One who has the capacity to study Vedas. Study Vedas means study something. Because if you are not exposed to education, you will not be growing much in life. So born as a human being, then decisive, then to be exposed to education. And just to education is enough. Vaidika Dharma Marga Parata. Then the rarer still is not only to study the Vedas, but as one who follows the Vedas. Vaidika Dharma Marga Parata. What you study, you live according to that. You study that you read that you should not smoke, but you go on smoking. You read that you should not kill somebody to kill yourself, eat or survive, but you kill so many animals. You should not drink. You read that you should not drink, but you are in a bottle in your mouth all the time. You read that you should not get angry, but you are angry. Very mean, krupana, miser. Useless fellow. But it talks, oh, everybody must help everybody else. But the fellow himself is so stupid. So education many people can have, but to live according to the education, so that is another reality. So first precious thing to get is to born as a human being. Among the human being to be a decisive human being. Among the decisive human being to be exposed to education. Among the people who are exposed to education, to come out as a person who follows that education. Not only studies, he lives according to that. Vaidika Dharma Marga Parata. Vidvatvam Asmat Param. Then to see the truth as it is. Vidwan Jajjanati. One who knows. What is studied, he knows. Understand the meaning of it. Vidwan Vijanati. The one who knows. You are not only familiar with the word Atma, Brahma, Jiva, Ishvara, but also you know it. what it means. Because to be familiar with the word, you are an informed person. Vidwan is one who knows the meaning of the word, aware of the meaning of this. Vidvattam as such a Vidwan, what happens? Why you call him so? Atma, Anatma, Vivechanam. Because he knows very clearly Atma, Anatma, Viveka. Who I am, what I am not. And having analyzed Swanubhava, Sunubhava, very well understands the meaning of it. Not only analyzes what is the self, what is not self, but also Anubhava, knows this is my self, this is my nature. Su Anubhava, very well understood, clearly sees it. As a result, Brahmatmana Sanskriti. And then, by seeing it, abides in himself. Brahmatmana, Atma Brahmaiva. I am the absolute all-pervasive. In that, when you settle down, Mukti. That is known as the liberation. So, see how beautifully he begins the whole journey. He begins the whole journey. He born as an ordinary child, like an animal. Just like an animal. What is the difference between animal baby and human baby? You leave them, both will grow up like useless. Only the animal baby will survive by itself. May survive. But human baby will never survive by itself. The human being, if you don't train them, they remain uneducated, vicious animals. Why is it that in India, our places are so dirty? Because nobody trains nobody. Children are not trained that you eat your banana and keep that banana thing somewhere to put. No, I eat a banana, throw. Why? Mommy is throwing, Papa is throwing, baby is throwing. You go in the school bus, the teacher is opening the chocolate, take the chocolate, put. So the student, everybody, that is not role model. So everywhere you go, plastic, dirt, nonsense. Why is it so? Because everybody is doing it. You have to train. Animals also do the same thing. Animals have no sense. You train them, they will be like human beings. That's it. Education is so much necessary. If you don't know anything about yourself, how are you going to be a nice person? That is why you should have the knowledge of the world, knowledge of yourself. You will see all that. So Atma then, after studying, following the study, doing the discrimination, Atma, then doing the Brahmatmana Sanskriti, abiding yourself, Mukti, Satajanma Koti Punye Vinanam Labhyati. If all these things happen to one person, he is so punyavan, a person with such tremendous merit. Satakoti Janma, 100 crores of lives, good work has brought you here. Just to be born as a human being, so difficult. To be born as a human being, to be decisive, to be educated, to follow the education, to expose yourself to this knowledge, understanding that this year I must is very important. I must know about myself, I must know about the world, but more I must know about myself. And what is not the self, then to stand by, to recognize what the absolute self is, Brahman, all consciousness, and that is myself. And abiding in that, as a result, there is freedom, liberation. So you begin with mortality and end with immortality. The animal dies and dies helplessly. It is not the destiny of human beings to die helplessly. It is the destiny of man to recognize immortality here and now. It seems. So one who fulfills his destiny Okay, arrangement is easy. In fact, three things are very rare. Let's read it. We shall see tomorrow. Durlabham trayamevaitate
Durlabham trayamevaitate
Daivanugrahetukam
Daivanugrahetukam
Manushyatvam mumokshutvam
Manushyatvam mumokshutvam
Mahapurusha samsrayah
Mahapurusha samsrayah
Durlabham trayamevaitate
Durlabham trayamevaitate
Daivanugrahetukam
Daivanugrahetukam
Manushyatvam mumokshutvam
Manushyatvam mumokshutvam
Mahapurusha samsrayah
Mahapurusha samsrayah.
Okay. Very nice. Close your eyes. Just think over the preciousness of this life. Only in human life you can appreciate the immortality, the oneness of the whole universe.